Dr. Tom Ingram is our final guest for today, and he is a Tulsa Master Gardener. Welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Good to have you. Oh, wait, please, chest pains, don't give me a sir.
All right, I'll
Just
try.
call me Sam.
I'll try.
What is it about growing? What is it about the natural order of things that causes one to believe they all have green thumbs? Any idea?
Well, I don't know. What I can tell you is that after the pandemic, we've seen a pretty large increase in people interested in home gardening, from flowers to vegetables, et cetera. I guess it sprang from when they're at home and kind of confined, and what am I going to do, et cetera, and grow some food. So it increased then, but as far as that kind of natural attraction, I don't know. It's the smell of the earth. They say that smell of the earth, I forget the name, petrochlor, something like that. It's kind of a natural, make you feel good smell. But I don't know, it's just going to be fun. I mean, it's a kind of a project. You get to start, you get to grow something, and then if you grow it properly, you get some reward of either flowers or something to eat. And nothing really tastes better than homegrown
veggies. I got to tell you, you can't beat them. And one of the beauties of what you're about to show us is the fact that we have seen an explosion of people just in the last year with raised gardens in their backyards. Some have them on the side of the house, some have them in the front yard.
Right.
And it's like my wife and I drove by a place just yesterday and saw corn growing in somebody's front yard. And I thought, okay, you know, I mean, whatever churns your butter, man, but it's everywhere.
Well, corn's kind of interesting. I don't know. I mean, corn is kind of fun to grow, but it's one of those ones, it's usually at the grocery store, like 2 for $1 or something. So, I mean, you'll pick your battles. I guess, you know, if you can buy 2 for $1, maybe you grow something else.
What have you brought with you today?
Oh, I just brought some tomato plants. It's that season of the year where we're kind of starting to put our plants in the ground. We've kind of passed that final freeze date of mid-April, April 15th. So now's the time to start planting. And I don't know, oftentimes people will grow their own seeds at home. These are ones that were already purchased that were grown, but if you grew them at home, oftentimes people will like take them right out of their room that they've planted the seeds and grown them and then just stick them in the ground. Really, there's a process called hardening off, where you kind of gradually introduce them to the outdoors. Like, for example, if you had a flat like this of tomato plants you had grown at home, maybe take them out for an hour one day in the shade a little bit to kind of get them to adjust, and then maybe longer the next day, over a period of about a week to 10 days, kind of get them used to the outdoors. You'll have better results as compared to some people who kind of take the Hunger Games method, I guess, and survival of the fittest. Just put them out there, and if they survive, good. If they don't, I'll get some more.
Any truth to the notion that plants enjoy music?
I enjoy music, so I don't know why not. I mean, I don't know if I'm sure there's some science somewhere that says they do. But
I saw a story on one of the mindless talk shows not too long ago. It said scientists have discovered that when you pull a plant like a tomato from the tomato plant,
right,
the
reacts.
It reacts. Sometimes there's a sound,
right,
you know, that you can't hear unless you know how to do it and how to wire the plant. And I'm thinking, really?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know how important music is, but sun. I mean, vegetables like these, for example, you know, they need a good 8-10 hours of full sun every day. And I noticed that this little one here kind of got stuck back got kind of covered up. Same variety, same tomato, same growing situation. It just didn't get as much sun as the others. So,
but what you've brought in, are these yours?
Well, the Master Gardeners, we have a small farm in Bixby, about 1.5 acres, where we grow vegetables, and those vegetables that we grow, we give to local food banks. And so these are getting ready to go in the ground next week at our farm.
Because the reason I ask is these are some of the more healthy plants
They look good, don't they?
Yeah, they really look like they've been doing weights, you know,
right,
going to the gym.
This is what you want to look for. And if you go to the store and you were to like buy some plants, one tip to kind of look for, we'll see if I can get one out here without making too big of a mess, is if and you can do this, it's your money, pull it out and look at it and see if the roots are kind of a light whitish color. Those are healthy roots. If those roots were dark and didn't look like this, put that plant back and let somebody else try and keep that plant alive.
Same thing with chicken. You know that?
I did not know
It's
that.
true. If the bone is dark, don't
Don't do it?
leave it where you found it.
All right.
What other plants should one consider if they want to start a home process?
Like a vegetable plants?
Yeah.
Well, tomatoes, everybody loves tomatoes, seemingly. Cucumbers are fairly easy to grow. Cucumbers can take up a lot of space, but they also do really well on a trellis. Like if you put a trellis there and just kind of coax them to grow up the trellis, they won't take over your garden, and you'll have space for other things.
Yeah.
Radishes are pretty easy to grow. Now's a fine time to plant radishes. A lot of people like radishes. Cucumbers, radishes, and then some herbs like basil. Basil grows fairly easily. We've got some basil I'm going to put in the ground, and rosemary. I like to have a little section reserved for herbs because they grow fairly well here. They aren't a lot of maintenance, and it's nice if you're cooking dinner to be able to just go outside and clip something off and add it to your salad or mix it in your pasta or whatever. I mean, it doesn't get any fresher than
That'll
that.
roll your eyes back. Well, you know yourself that we've had a water problem
Absolutely.
in Oklahoma. In fact, that menace that came out of the west headed for Tulsa didn't make it. This morning we got a little bit of moisture, just enough to,
Right.
oh, good.
Right. Dampen the ground. That
Right,
was about it.
no real help.
Right.
We got maybe a minute to get to some information. I want to find out if one is interested in becoming a master gardener.
Right.
How do they do it?
Well, you can go onto our Master Gardener website, tulsamastergardeners.org. There's a place where there's information that lists the dates for the orientations. We'll have an orientation where you can come and find out about it and then sign up for an interview if you'd like. But we accept about 40 people every year. Classes start in September. Every Wednesday from September through December from 9 to 3 p.m. Professors come from OSU to teach classes on soil and seeds, et cetera, et cetera. And then once you complete that, the next year you're an intern, and there's some volunteer requirements, and then you actually become a master gardener the next year after that. So it's quite a process to go through to get educated, but it's a great group of people. Tulsa, we've got about 350 master gardeners here, and that's awesome.
That's a healthy clump
That
right there.
allows us to do a lot of things we might not otherwise.
Before I let you go, what kind of tomatoes are these?
These are Better Boys.
I love them. Absolutely love. Doctor, thank you for taking
bet.
time. We're
Thank
very
you.
grateful to you. And maybe down the road, let's get you back.
All right,
Might have to bring a camera out and get shots of
that'd be good.
where they are.
Absolutely.
We'll talk more down the road about
All right.
that. That's all the time we have for this edition of Perspectives, and we'll see you next time.